It was an absolute great feeling. We came in hoping that people were saying it's going to be a close game and all, but I don't know, our defense the whole week was locked in, and then it paid off this Friday.
What was the biggest key to getting off to such a fast start defensively?
Defensively, honestly, we communicated the whole week. We prepared mentally, knowing what to do on the field and outside the field. So really, it was just the key of talking today.
4 takeaways on defense, I believe. 3 of those coming from you with those interceptions. I mean, did you anticipate a big night for you defensively?
Honestly, I just wanted to do my job, make sure no one scored on my side, no one got first downs. But the 3 picks was just, I don't know, a cookie to it all.
That's awesome. Well, just looking ahead, 4 games to go in the regular season. Obviously, the SAC title is still right in front of you. Where do you feel like this team can continue to grow in the second half of the season?
Honestly, all we got to worry about is the game after today, which is Southside. We got to work the whole week leading up to it, play like we did today, and it's a breeze.
So you talked about how your defense was dialed in all week. Was there anything that you all studied or prepared for in practice that allowed you to be in the right place to make those interceptions?
We expected new plays, new conceptions from Dwenger, and while we were prepared, the communication was there, and I trusted everyone behind me.
It's pretty big because we're going on 4-0, so now we're 5-0, so it's a big win tonight.
Looking at your game offensively, what was working for you out there? You had a rushing touchdown plus some other big plays out there.
Yeah, this week we threw in some wildcat and we put in a sweep and we ran that and it seemed to work out pretty well. All right. No, we just had to stop the run game in the second half.
He's nuts! Oh my goodness, he's so nuts.
The first half we had to stop the pass really good, and then second half their quarterback was hurt, so they had to switch the run game, and we shut that down. So
you talked during the week, as you all were preparing, what were some of the things that you knew that Bishop Dwenger might bring at you that you were kind of preparing for all week?
We knew that they were going to try some tricky stuff, and they did. So we were ready for that all week.
And so you put in a little bit of wildcat. Is that fun for you? How were you enjoying it? It seemed like it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's fun for me.
Well, I mean, it's only 13-0 at half, and they played extremely hard. They're a good football team. Unfortunately, their quarterback went out. I think that changed the complexion a lot for them. And you hate to see that. I hate to see that for any kid, our team or their team, doesn't matter. But our kids continue to play hard. They did. They made stops. They created turnovers. Got the ball back to the offense, and offense, capitalized and put it in the house. And so, that's the name of the game.
As you mentioned, it was just a 13-0 game at the half, but you did score pretty quickly on that first drive, taking just over a minute. How big was that for setting the tone throughout this game?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about that, all week long. You've got to capitalize. You've got to come out. You've got to play fast. You've got to set the tone early, and we did that. That was big. We got to work on some things on special teams, especially extra point field goal. We were not sound with protection up there, but that's good. It gives us something to work on there.
I believe it was 4 takeaways defensively. You did mention what was going on with Bishop Dwenger offensively, but how big is that when you're able to take the ball away at that much of a rate?
Yeah, that's the whole deal, and our defensive staff did a tremendous job, making a plan, and the kids executed the plan, and they created turnovers, had interceptions, created fumbles, and our kids play hard. I love our kids, love all the way that they have responded to all the adversity they've been through their lives. And they're continuing to battle every week, battle with a mission, battle with a purpose, battle with Owen in their heart.
As we go through the second half of the regular season, where do you feel like this team can continue to grow?
Oh, without question, we've got to continue to be physical up front, especially on the offensive line. I think that if we can run the ball and have diversity, to be able to run the ball and throw the ball at the same time, that's tough for anybody to handle, So, we've got to continue to understand our schemes, continue to understand defensive schemes and be great on coverages. Homestead's 2 weeks away. We're not looking ahead, but they're a very, very, very good football team, and we've got a plan for Southside right now. We're not looking, ahead on anything, but we got a plan for Southside, and we got to continue to keep the winning streak going.
Braden said that you all talked a little bit about the wildcat that you put in. I guess how did you like the way that turned out tonight?
Yeah, very pleased. Braden's been banged up, a little bit, and I've kept him off of kickoff returns and kept him out of the backfield. Trying to play him only on defense because he had an ankle fracture throughout the summer and didn't even play week 1 against Lures. So he's still recovering. He still has pain in that ankle. But that dude's fast. Holy cow, he can scoot.
I was going to say, you say that, you try to keep him, you try to save him for certain situations, but it seems like he's just everywhere all the time, everywhere I look.
Yeah.
What's it like to
He's
have
a special guy.
Like
He's a special guy, and you got to have him on the field. I mean, there's teams that have guys like that are around the area. No special guys got to touch the football, and that's what we're trying to do with him too.